The feud between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk took a very public turn yesterday. Musk flooded his X account, criticizing the president and the big beautiful bill. President Trump also took some swings on Truth Social. Let's go live to Scripps News national correspondent Stephanie Liebergan in Washington, D.C. Stephanie, this feud is not a lot of people saw this coming.
Hey, good morning. It certainly is something that came seemingly out of nowhere. It was just a week ago that the two men were in the Oval Office heaping praise on each other as they were doing a media availability kind of way, celebrating Elon Musk's end of his time as a special government employee. But now that Musk has formally stepped away from government, he's certainly become much more critical in public of some of the key priorities of the Trump administration. That big, beautiful bill, Musk has been criticizing it on social media, on X, the last couple days. It really boiled over yesterday, calling the bill a disgusting abomination, saying that House Republicans should be ashamed of voting for it. Musk even took a few personal swipes at the president, saying that President Trump is in the Epstein files, and that's why they haven't been released. Of course, that is not a verified claim from Musk. And then for the president's part, he first made a few comments relatively measured in the Oval Office, saying that Musk was upset about changes to the electric vehicle subsidies, or that Musk was upset about the Trump administration withdrawing the NASA administrator nominee, someone that Musk had recommended. Those both possibly reasons, according to President Trump, as to why Musk is suddenly so upset. Trump certainly seems to be surprised by the change of heart, but it's kind of really going to have to wait and see over the next few days and weeks what impact the comments from Musk might actually have on the big beautiful bill that is currently in the Senate, where Republicans are expected to make changes. So do they side towards Musk and make any of the changes that he is recommending or that he says are needed? The changes he's asking for, of course, would be extreme to the big beautiful bill, so it's likely to be something a little more narrow or a little more tailored. But Republicans are going to have to decide not only what changes to make in the Senate, but what they think can re-pass in the House. Remember, that bill only passed by one vote to spare the first time around, and Republicans are trying to do this all on their own without any Democratic support. So a lot of eyes on the big beautiful bill and what impact this Musk fallout might have.